Alright, so price is in bullish momentum. Clearly on a chart chat that we're putting in higher highs and higher lows. So we're respecting previous lows on the 5-minute chart.
The D-Money Show.
Out of that trade chat for 20 points, you're seeing it live here on YouTube. D-Money's who rocking like us. Riding the EMAs. We're putting in higher highs and higher lows. So we're respecting previous lows on the 5-minute chart, kind of map those out. You can see how every time price puts in a low. So I would not be surprised if 26,000 level gets taken today. It's your wrong, baby. I'm back in the VDH. I'm feeling good. The next candle continue to grind higher to the upside. I wrote this momentum up to 900. This is the year 2026 and I'm trying to make a little money. All right, guys, drop a W in the chat for that. If you made money on that trade, let's go. All right, guys, there's 20 points. That boy good. That boy good. Tune in, guys, Monday through Friday, live from the VD8 to D-Money Show. Let's go. Yo, yo, yo. What up, what up, what up? We are back. It's Tuesday. You gotta love it. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Man, oh man. Well, Cray with little Ray chat. It is it's Tuesday. Hopefully today we get a better market open at 9:30. Hopeful. Cross your fingers, cross your toes, chat, for better price action here at the open. Ryan, shout out to Ryan, All-American Car Wash Boys. Here, no shout out needed. Well, we're gonna shout you out, sir. We're gonna shout you out. We're not gonna hold back the shout outs. We're gonna give shout outs when shout outs are due, and it looks like you're one of the first comments on the stream, so we appreciate the support. Julio, good morning, D Money. Hey, good morning. How are you? FOMO futures, let's go. What up? Chevy riding, woohoo, my first 100-point trade. Good morning, y'all. Good luck. Let's go. James, good morning. JC Trades, what up? Midwest Trader, good morning. How are you? D-Money, can you have your one show, we love you? Can you have your one show, we love you? Mario? We're here. Santiago, top of the morning. Good morning. We are back. Trying to make a little monies. So, never fear. You had a crazy pop. It looks like about a 200+ point pop to the upside here, guys. Overnight once again. So you gotta love that. But we are stuck basically. Looks like in a range here. So this is the pop that I'm referring to, right? From 130. 1:30 in the morning, you had a 300 point plus point pop to the upside. You gotta love that. And now we have kind of retraced a lot of that move back to the downside. So never fear, the volatility is here, apparently, right? So let's check before we get into the business. So it looks like we had you had ADP weekly employment change, chat, 8:15. So that was not red folder, that was yellow folder. You had revised non-farm productivity at 8:30 and revised unit labor costs
as well at 8:30 chat. So make no mistake about it, we do have red folder news coming up at 9:45. It looks like we have flash manufacturing PMI and flash services PMI. So we do have to be aware of that at 9:45 chat. So keep that in mind. Today on the horizon, we do have some red folder at 9:45. So 10 o'clock, you got Richmond Manufacturing Index, and that's pretty much it on the news front for us today. So red folder coming up at 9:45. We'll have to keep that in mind as we get ready to kind of set up for today's price action. Give me 1 second here, chat. Let me just log in here. All right, so let's see. All right, so we're gonna map out previous day's high and low as always, chat. Right, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. You had a pretty massive green candle on yesterday's daily chart. So the way that it closed out, you had the high sitting up here at 24,763. That's yesterday's daily candles high. So I'm just mapping it out here. And then you got the low. Looks like the low was 23,772.50. Yesterday's candle's low. Daily candle's low, I'm referring to. So that's your daily candle high and low from yesterday, guys. So the reality is that bullish engulfing candle, very interesting there, right? You had a pretty massive bullish engulfing candle because the body and the wicks engulf the previous bearish candle from the day before, where my cursor is. So that's going to be a little interesting there, right? So now we know that we had Trump come out and basically say there was some talks with Iran. Then there was some news that came out from Iran saying that there was no talks. So this could be interesting today, chat, to say the least. So we are back inside of yesterday's daily candles range. Make no mistake about it, right? We're still inside of yesterday's daily candle range. So until we get back above 24,763 or below 23,772, we're still in that range. So gotta love it. D-Money, did you watch the Heat game last night? Do you think that Wemby could win the MVP? Yeah, I don't think he's going to win MVP. To be honest, I think it's either going to be Shea from OKC, or to be honest, I think it's either going to be Shea or Luka, guys. In my opinion, that's going to win MVP this year. But Wemby's definitely balling. Now, I think Wemby's going to win Defensive Player of the Year. I think you got to give Wemby the Defensive Player of the Year for sure, guys. But I don't think he's going to get MVP this year, to be honest. Luka can't play D. Yeah, I agree on that. He needs to get better at defense. But the MVP is not a defensive award. Remember, there's a Defensive Player of the Year award, right? So that's a separate award for that. So I think Wemby's going to get that. He deserves MVP. Nah, I don't think so. Not yet. I don't think so. Not yet. So we'll see. But that's your daily candles high and low, guys, mapped out on the chart. You gotta love that. There it is, right? So we're gonna kind of see how this plays out today. You gotta be patient, guys. We got a lot of chop price action yesterday at the open. Clearly we had we had that crazy pop, right? This was a crazy pop. This is the 1 hour chart. We had that crazy 800 plus point pop to the upside. And if you guys notice, we're just ranging, guys, basically after that pop. We're at the bottom of the range that we kind of formed out, right? So if you draw the range, I'm just going to draw it for context. Just so it's on the chart so we can kind of see it. Maybe we'll take it off, but we're still stuck in this range, guys. Big old range. Right now we're towards the bottom of the range, right? So that overnight you had the lows sitting down here at 24,000 like 193 area, right? And we just had a reaction right off the lows for the most part, right? Current candle 15-minute chart low was 24,205. You had a bullish reaction right back up about 50 points. So need to be mindful that we're at the bottom of the current range that we've been kind of stuck in here, guys. So if we get momentum to the upside, we start breaking back above 300, then you're could be targeting the top of the range. Make no mistake about it. Up here towards 600 level or higher. You can see it clear on the 1 hour chart, but the thought process remains the same. Right? See how we're getting that reaction off the bottom of the range here, guys? So far. So, got to be mindful of that area. Buenos dias. Shout out to PW. He's in the chat. You got to love it. Just getting going here in Mexico. Let's go. What up, what up, what up? PW, what up? We just out here trying to make a little money. So yeah, we know PW's ramping up for Saturday, chat. Getting in some pre-runs. Saw his post yesterday of the footage. Cray with Lil Ray Ray. You gotta love it. Oh man. Hello from Romania. Hello. Hola. Hola. Do you plan to take the 1 minute trade today? I'm not sure. I mean, it's kind of strange that we're at the bottom of the range. I'll say that, right? That I kind of mapped out. Could be some upside there. Got chopped yesterday, right? Had to kind of regroup. So we'll see as we get closer to the open. But it's kind of strange that we're kind of like bouncing out the bottom of that range so far, guys. I will say that. Hello from the Nature Island, DMONEY. Hello. So we got PW rocking out with us in Mexico, guys. You gotta love it. Getting ready to sounds like probably do some more pre-runs there. Might be able to squeeze in, you know, I'm not sure if he's gonna squeeze in this 9:30 open, but you gotta love it. Major news today, yeah, we got red folder at 9:45, chat. Got to be aware. Flash manufacturing PMI and flash services PMI is at 9:45 for sure. So got to be aware of that as well. So we'll see how this thing opens up. We're gonna drop a poll, don't you worry, coming up to see how you guys are feeling out there. And I will say that this is the range I have pointed out, guys, so you guys can kind of see that 1 hour chart for clarity. And yeah, I mean, just for context, right? So I mean, I would have to say, if we're able to kind of break, you know, we got some time left, guys, so we're gonna wait until we get a little closer. But if you start seeing previous highs get broken, like on the 15-minute chart, as an example, to the upside, that's from the bottom of this range, knowing that the last time we were at the bottom of the range, we were able to get back to 24,500. So just going to be mindful of that. We start breaking back above previous candles highs, like 24,295 area. Could be looking for more upside. If we break previous lows below 196, then look out to the downside, guys, right? Could be a possibility to finally kind of get back to these lows down here that we know were there pre-pump at 7 o'clock yesterday. So 24,000, like 880 area. Remains to be seen, but we're going to find out. We're going to drop a poll here, get a quick pulse check of the chat to see how you guys are feeling going into market open. So we dropped the poll here. We're going to see how you guys are feeling out there, guys. While we get that rolling, do me a solid if you haven't already. Hit the like button. Trying to keep the streak alive, guys. We've had well over 1,000 likes before 9:30 for weeks on weeks at this point. So trying to keep the streak alive. And it looks like we're sitting at 515 likes already, so we got 3,000 people tuned into the show, guys. So do me a solid if you haven't already. Hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you know what to do. You gotta love it. Coban, after yesterday I have no pulse. Yeah I understand. Definitely want to be patient, guys, and let this thing set up. We know that we've had some choppy price action at open, and it took a while yesterday, about an hour, for price to kind of stabilize and pick a direction. So need to kind of be a little strategic here and let price kind of set up and then try to join the momentum in that direction. I think that's the smartest play. Mr. Merck, this is all new for me, DMONEY. Well, hey, I think I would like to say you're rocking out with the right shows on YouTube, the BDH network. You gotta love it. We do our best to add value to the space by talking through trades that we're taking, how we break down the charts, and have a little fun along the way. So I would say hit that, if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. You'll get a notification when we're live. We rock out typically no later than 9 a.m. Monday through Friday. You gotta love it. And right now, the poll chat, we got 53%. Feel like we're going down. Now it's still early. We got about 10 minutes left before market open. Got 580 votes. So we're gonna vote. So we're gonna let this thing ramp up to about 1,700 votes, and then we'll finalize the poll. But right now, the majority of the people that are filling out the poll, they feel like we're going down. So downtown Julie Brown. What is the box that you showed earlier? Yeah, the box is actually just a range that we've been stuck in since the pop yesterday of 850 plus points to the upside off the 1 hour chart. Just kind of showed you the range. Just for context, so we kind of know that we've been kind of consolidating ever since that pop, right? Market hasn't picked a solid direction up or down. Just been kind of stuck in a range. Roughly, the range itself is about 500 points, guys. So it's a pretty big range. And currently at the moment, we're towards the bottom of the range. So we need to be mindful of that. Zoe, historically, D-Money, have the polls been right or wrong? Well, I mean, you got two sides of it, right? You got people that are feeling like we're going to go up. You got people in the chat that's feeling like we're going to go down. So typically, I would say over the last like couple weeks, the chat has gotten better. I think PW mentioned that as well, with kind of analyzing and making informed decisions. But you can look at it one or two ways. You can look at it as retail traders mindset or not, basically, right? So I tend to not try to put weight on it, guys, right? You want to let price kind of open up, and you want to try to join the momentum either way. So I think that's a smart play. So we'll see what happens. We got about 7 minutes left, chat. We're gonna let this thing get closer. We'll give it probably about 3 or 4 more minutes for the poll. Get your votes in. On the 4-hour chart, if we lose the bottom of the range, guys, so if we break below 24,193, you do have yesterday's daily candles low sitting at 23,772. So quite a bit of room to the downside if we break to the downside. So be mindful of that as well. So we shall see. Augusta, good morning, D-Money. Can you briefly explain what happens with hourly candles during the top of the hour? Yeah. So basically, I mean, what you ideally when new 1 hour, 4 hour candles open up. So you see how this current candle that we're in, chat, 1 hour chart, you got a nice bottom wick that's starting to form here. So price opened up, pushes down, forms a bottom wick, kind of had a reaction off of it. Looks like this area to the left, and it's trying to expand back to the upside, right? So if you're a bull, you like how this current candle is starting to form. There's over 35 minutes left on the current 1 hour candle though, so doesn't mean that it has to close obviously bullish. But you know, ideally you would want it to, if you're a bull, you want it to push down, form some kind of bottom wick, and then expand higher, put in a top wick, right? If you're a bear, you would have loved for price immediately at the open of the candle at 9 o'clock to push up and form some kind of top wick, maybe do a retracement to the 14 or 50 EMA, and then sell off back to the downside as an example. So I would just say, if you continue to kind of rock out, listen to the commentary here as we kind of progress here, getting ready for the open, you'll start to kind of pick up on how I analyze the higher time frame charts in real time, right? Because I'm always going to reference those charts. And you'll get an idea. And I do like the push here, guys. I do feel like we're getting some upside here based off of that reactionary level that we drew out, right? Bottom of the range. So got to be mindful. That we were at the bottom and we could be in for some poppy pop action here. Just had a pop to the 14 EMA and you had a pullback. So we're getting ready. Got about 3 minutes and 40 seconds left, guys. We're at 1,200 votes so far. Market feel pretty close though, to be honest, right? Pretty close. Right now it's 50-50, guys. Wow. It's 50-50 with basically the chat being split, feeling like we're going to go up or down at open. So this is a mixed bag. Cray with Lil Ray Ray. We'll give it another probably 20 seconds here, guys. Get your votes in. As we kind of hang out below the 14 EMA, 24,277. So on the 5-minute chart. Hoping we are going to fill the news when Trump lied about talks with Iran. Oh, man. Well, I mean, I could tell. I'll put it like this. We're going to find out. All right, so it's pretty close here, guys. We're going to end a poll only because it's 9:28. So we had 1,500 votes. 50% feel like we're going up. 50% feel like we're going down. As we got about 1 minute and 37 seconds left before the market opens. Kind of getting a sell-off here. Bearish reaction off the 14 EMA. As we kind of ramp up here. So bottom of the range, like I said earlier, guys, the low that you want to keep an eye out for is 24,193. If we lose that low, look out for possibly more downside. If we can get back above previous highs on the 5-minute chart, back above like 270, you have to be looking for more upside here, guys. So we got about 50 seconds left. Before market opens, about 20 seconds. So just gonna be patient, guys. Let this thing set up and see what happens. Three seconds left. Gonna be patient, guys. Kind of like whipsaw action at the open. Kind of expected that, to be honest, based off yesterday's fiasco right at the open, guys. All right, so you have higher low, higher high so far. You get back above 284, could be looking for more upside. Kind of whipsaw action right now, long wicks, top and the bottom. So you break back above 285, targeting more highs, more buys, guys. There it is. Trying to long there. Let's see if we get more momentum, guys. There was 5 points. This is a whipsaw. All right, there's 10 points. Can we get more? 15 points. There's 20 points, guys. Let's go, baby. Come on, guys. 25 points. Let's go, baby. All right, so we'll take the pop there. You gotta love it. You had a really good pop there, guys, to the upside. Hey, we'll take the winner. So we had a break above 271. Was looking for more upside, guys, on a break. Drop a W in the chat if you took the long there on the breakout above previous highs. You gotta love it. You had about a 50-point pop almost to the upside there, guys. Never fear, the BDH is here. Talk to that pre-market that if we break previous highs, could be looking for more upside. You gotta love it. All right, so gonna let the ORB now set up, chat. On a 5-minute chart. All right, so oh man, somebody said there was 2 gun shy. Yeah, that's trading, guys. That's trading. Now, as we kind of wait for the ORB to set up here, you got a high 317.50. Just gonna map this out. Low 227. Got about 38 seconds left, guys, for the ORB to be established, right? So this is the 5-minute ORB. Keep in mind, guys, I kind of called that out as well, that we were at the bottom of a range. And the last time we were down here, we had a pop to the upside. So you break back above 317, you could be looking for more, believe it or not, upside here, guys. Crazy pop. All right, ORB set, 5-minute ORB set, chat. 24,317.50, right? So we get back above 318. I will try another long. Basically on the break of the ORB high. Now, we do have Red Folder News, chat. Keep that in mind, coming up at 9:45 as well. So, need to be cautious of that. You had about a 50-point pop here above previous candles highs. 45-point pop, right? On the break of the previous 5-minute candle high. So, I saw a lot of W's in the chat. Do me a solid if you haven't already, guys. Hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you know what to do. So it looks like we're already at 1,100 likes. I appreciate the support, guys. Let's keep it rolling. So if you're new to the channel, the two lines you see, the 2 black lines, excuse me, 24,317.50 and 24,227. That's the opening range of the first 5-minute candle, right? So as a momentum trader, looking for a break in either direction, preferably for longs, right? Because we had a bullish ORB candle, but we're retracing pretty heavily right now, guys, right back down. So very interesting here. Time to be patient and see how this plays out. We got over well over 5,800 people tuned into the show, guys. Cray with Lil Ray Ray. It's only 9:37. So always humbling, guys. Don't take it for granted. Gonna keep pushing. Trying to make a little money. Almost a bearish engulfing, yeah. I mean, it's right back down, right? So, I mean, you look at the current 5-minute candle, guys, the range is roughly 75 points. So, you got to love that. Got about 2 minutes left on the current 5-minute candle. You lose the low of the opening range, 24,227. Could be attempting to drop and retest 24,191, right? Which is like towards the bottom of the range. Keep that in mind here, guys. And we do have red folder coming up at 9:45. So nothing wrong with being patient here, chat. Even letting that news candle come out, right? If you took the initial long, you're green. You should be green, right? So nothing wrong with being patient and kind of letting this thing pick a direction. Who knows how that red folder news is going to impact the market, if at all. So we're going to find out. What is red folder news? Yeah, red folder news is basically news that can impact the market. So we do have red folder coming up at 9:30. So, sorry, 9:45. We have flash manufacturing, PMI, and flash services. So that's some news that could sway the market in either direction. So need to be cautious of that. A lot of prop firms do not allow you to trade red folder news. So, you know, you need to be aware of your prop firm, whoever you're trading with, if they allow it. If not, you need to wait until whatever your time restriction is. Some prop firms is 2 minutes before or after, etc. Right? All right, so we're breaking the opening range candles low, guys. We just broke below it. Got about 15 seconds left on the current candle. That's not great for bulls. So there's the break below opening range. You're right at 204. Now, keep in mind here, guys, that this is an area that, looking on the 30-minute chart, you can see it clearly. We had a bullish reaction the last time we were here, but this 30-minute candle, current candle, does not look good, chat. All right, so 5 minutes before red folder news. We're at the bottom of the overall range here, guys. Keep that in mind as well. A lot of times you get a pop right back up. But they're flushing this thing down, right? They are flushing this to the downside at the moment, guys. Breaking to the downside here. So, a couple ways to play this. Waiting for the red folder news to come out and see the reaction. Or jumping in here for a short. Targeting to maybe 100 level.
Hit the like
Trying a
button
quick
for this
short here,
high-level
guys. Look at the
education.
flush already. 20 points. Wow. 20 points. See if we can get a little bit more here. 25 points, 30 points, 35 points. Let's go, baby. Come on, guys. We'll take that. You gotta love it. So took a quick easy trade there, guys. Pretty much no drawdown. Straight downtown Julie Brown. You gotta love it. Love it. About 35 points. 35 point trade there. You gotta love it. Drop a W in the chat, guys. We're rolling here. It's only 9:42. So now, obviously, you're gonna wait for red folder news here, chat. Right? We got red folder news coming up at 9:45. You gotta love it. So had two good trades there. That was a 35 point banger. And you had the opening range trade as well that played. You could have picked up about 45 points. Make no mistake about it. So if you haven't already, do me a solid, hit the like button, guys. We just out here trying to make a little money. If you're not subscribed to the channel and this is your first time rocking out, well, welcome to the show. I love you. The moment I get up to take a dump, I missed the trade. I knew it. LOL. NCR crib. Oh man. Somebody said that they took a L. Well, I'm not sure how, but it happens. All right, guys. So let's see how this red folder news comes out. You got about a minute and 16 seconds left. We're gonna find out. Not sure the impact. So keep in mind, guys, very interesting, right? We just swept that low that I had mapped out on a chart, that like 24,193 area. Once I saw that level get broken, guys, and I saw the momentum to the downside, excuse me, hopped in for a short. So that was the thought process there, right? Saw the momentum kind of picking up. Hopped in. A lot of times you're going to get quick movement, guys. There's not much you can do about that, right? Because you're breaking through a level that was technically should have been support. And now I'm interested to see if we kind of pop back inside of this range, back above 24,192. We're going to find out as we get ready for red folder news here in about 5 seconds. DB burping today. Yeah, man, it's the Red Bull. All right, here we go, guys. This is that red folder news. Right back so far to the top of that range, or to the bottom of the range, guys, that we just broke out of. So So you get back above 211. That's going to be interesting, guys. Previous candle's high, right? Could be a pop coming there above 211. If they can't get back above 211 and we kind of start selling off here from this range low, then that's not great for the bulls. So just kind of watching to see how this 5-minute candle plays out. And they're getting bullish momentum here, guys. Right? So far, it's giving kind of like a sweep of that. Let me go to the 30-minute chart. So we had a sweep of that low 190 area. And now we're right back inside of that range. So need to be careful here, chat. D-Money, the salsa master. So yeah, just gotta be a little patient and see how price kind of reacts on this candle. I'm curious to see how this 5-minute candle plays out, to be honest, chat, because we're kind of right back inside of that range that was broken. So when you see that and you see like some momentum in the market, the opposite direction, in this case back to the upside, a lot of times that could be the start of a reversal. So need to be careful here. We also just tapped basically the 24,227, guys. That's the opening range candles, 5-minute candles low. Now, if we map out the ORB from the 15-minute chart, then that is not the low, right? That's just the 5-minute candles low. The ORB low 15-minute chart is sitting at 137. So you got a pretty big range there. So having some issues here, not looking great for the bulls at the moment. But definitely a battle going on here, chat. Had a rejection off the 227 area, and prices kind of bouncing back and forth. And more selling pressure stepping in. This is not great for the bulls, chat. This is not great. All right, so we had a clean rejection off of the opening range candles low, 5-minute candle, right? 24,227. We had a clean rejection off of the bottom of the range that we broke out of, guys. So you would have to be trying to target below 137. Right? Price pushes up, forms some kind of top wick like it just did, and then maybe tries to get down to 137 or lower. So bears are back in control at the moment, chat. Make no mistake about it. Let's go down. Yeah, it's not looking. How do you know when the news is over? Yeah, it got released at 9:45, so that's it for the news. That's it for the news. So, all right, let's look at the higher time frame, chat. The 1-hour candle is bearish, right? You got about 8 minutes, 40 seconds left on the current 1-hour candle. This is the 1-hour candle we're looking at. So keep that in mind, guys. There is a lot of room to the downside to basically 880. If they're going to flush this. So in my opinion, this is a make or break area for some kind of push back up, right? We start putting in lower highs. Look out to the downside, guys. And there's the break. So yeah, so bears are still in control here at the moment. Bearish EMA cross as well on a 5-minute chart. We are in that last 10 minutes though, chat, of the 1 hour candle closing. So a lot of times you will get reactions back the opposite direction. Talk about that all the time, right? So in this case, you got a bearish candle. You might get a push back up going into the close, kind of wicky wick action. And then on that next 1 hour candle, which would be in this case 10 a.m., you get the continuation if they're going to flush this down to the downside. So just be cautious of that we are going into the close of a 1 hour candle. And we have at this point about 7 minutes and 10 seconds left. And right back up, right? This is why you have to be cautious here, guys, right? We've seen this story a ton of times, guys. Price is super bearish, and all of a sudden, going into the close of the 1 hour candle starts forming a bottom wick. See this retracement off the lows? About a 50 point pop. So if you tried to short it at the bottom, you probably got yoked there, right? You are back and forth every 30 seconds. What are you talking about? I haven't even taken a trade here in the last like 5 minutes. Like, what are you talking about? You're gone, man. Like, you got to be kidding me. He gone. So, yeah, it's crazy, guys, right? So I'm literally narrating to you guys that to be cautious going in. And if you watch the streams every day, you know that I say this all the time, guys, right? I'm not back and forth on anything. Like, literally, like, I say this all the time. Going into the close of a 1 hour candle, a lot of times you will get a reaction back the opposite direction, and that's currently happening right now. So, I mean, if you short it down here, if you got short, trying to basically play it as a breakout for new lows below 145 going into the close of a candle, 1 hour candle, you probably got yoked. So all right, so now we got 5 minutes left here, guys. 30-minute candle as well. You got that bottom wick. So I mean, yeah, the bears are in control. Now that doesn't mean though that you won't get a retracement, and that's what I was trying to say before you had that comment, right? That hey, you could get a retracement going into the close of a 1 hour candle, guys, and then you get the follow through on the next 1 hour candle. I mean, that's all it is. So you got to be cautious and know your time that you're taking these trades, because I'm speaking from experience that I've been that guy trying to short it, guys, and then all of a sudden it shoots up 40-50 points, and I'm like, well, the momentum was to the downside, yeah, but the candle was getting ready to close on a higher time frame, and you had a reaction. Right? And that's literally playing out right now. So but never fear, he gone, and hey, he can use the code PW for up to 85% off if he lost his account, because maybe he tried to short it and he was disappointed that he got yoked. PW will be back at some point next week. So he's doing some racing this week. Brock, DMONEY, can I get a happy birthday? Hey, shout out to Brock. Happy birthday. Thanks for rocking out with us. So you had two trades here, guys, right? There was two setups already that I took. And now just waiting for this higher time frame candle to close. It is super bearish. But look at this reaction, chat. Look at the reaction right? So this is what I was talking about. This is exactly what I was talking about, guys. Look at the 1 hour candle now. Look at the bottom wick. 77. What is that? 78 point pop right back up. You trade on a prop firm, yeah. So these are Lucid accounts. Got Lucid accounts, got Apex accounts. Lucid right now, guys, up to 50% off any trading account using the code PW. You already know. All right, so you had a crazy reaction. That was a pretty big reversal, guys, of 88 points right back up. So that kind of explains exactly what I was referring to as far as saying be careful going into the close of a 1 hour candle, because you probably lost your account, or you at least got stopped out, more than likely, right? If you tried to short it without having that proper retracement. Because we've already, the thought process is, guys, we've had a pretty decent sell-off to the downside of about 180 points. So maybe now you want to start seeing some lower highs get put in, and you're trying to short it based off of that, right? If that's the case. Now, we are back inside at the moment that range that I had mapped out based off the higher time frame as well. So, and we got about a minute left. There's my alert for the minute left. Going into the 1 hour and 4 hour chart getting ready to close. Candle getting ready to close out, guys. 4 hour chart right now is super bearish. 1 hour chart is bearish as well. Long wick at the bottom, however, and you got about 35 seconds left. Is the code for new users only? Yeah, so I think you get like 2 uses of it for probably 50% off, and then I believe it goes to 30+%. So just kind of reference that on the page. Can you explain why you use the 14 and 50 EMA? Yeah, and 200. Yeah, just a personal thing, to be honest. Tends to work pretty well with the higher time frame. Right back up, guys. Right back up. So this is the open of the new 1 hour candle and 4 hour candle, guys. So we need to kind of watch here how price reacts at the 14 EMA, because if they're able to push this back up with momentum, and we're back inside of the ORB, chat. Now, if I map it out on the 15, which we'll do that now, because look at this pop, 137.75. You got a V-shaped recovery that's starting to form on the 5-minute chart so far. You don't want to see that if you're a bear. And but this is why I kind of preach what I say, guys, right? I'm not just blowing hot air, to be honest. You look at the reaction going into the close of that previous 1 hour candle, 81 point reaction, and then now you had a pop on the next 1 hour candle that opens up. That's a 124 point retracement back up. So watching to see how we react at the EMA, because if this is going to be a trend day to the downside, guys, we should be putting in lower highs and lower lows. And a lot of times the EMA is a reactionary point where price will get back to the EMA and then start selling back off to the downside. So that's what I'm kind of observing here to see what happens. 33.50 on the day. I'm locking myself out. Norton Trades. Let's go. Yeah, you're in the midst of a V-shaped recovery here, chat, at the moment. So we'll see how this candle plays out. 15-minute chart or 5-minute chart. Yeah, don't do it in the middle. Yeah, so you're in the middle of the 15-minute ORB, chat. You are in the middle. So this is your 15-minute chart. So the cautious way to trade this is wait for a break back below or above the ORB, right? Either above 24,317 for a break to the upside or back below 24,137 because you're still inside of the ORB. That's the cautious way to trade it, right? And you're just kind of waiting. Now, the other thing is we got back inside of the opening range and we're also back inside of that range that I had mapped out pre-market as well, chat, at the moment. So we start losing that range back below 192. Could be targeting back to 130 or lower. So got to be mindful of that. Have to see how this plays out. Just got off a 12-hour shift. Got 640 times 10 with Apex on that pop back up, man. Thanks for what y'all do. Hey, Robert, congrats. I'm happy for you. I'm well aware of those long extended shifts, chat. So I used to work, you know, sometimes 14, 15-hour days, just depending on what was going on in the store. All right. So if somebody dropped the ball, guess what? As a store manager, you're there to try to pick up the pieces. So I'm well aware. I respect the hustle, man. So are we going to break to the upside here, guys, or are we going to roll back over? That's the question. Back towards our 200 level. And right now, we are having a hard time holding that EMA. So down she goes, chat. Do you ever trade gold, Stella? No, I do not. I don't trade gold. Do you cover Asia or London session? No, I do not. I currently trade, been trading basically the open and coming back and doing 2 to 4 for the afternoon. So I do believe at some point we will have, make no mistake about it, guys. Wouldn't surprise me if we had somebody streaming Asia, Globex Open, etc. D-Money, thanks for showing us the knowledge. All this gurus be trying to charge 3,000 to disappear. Yeah, that's great with Lil Ray Ray. Right back up here, chat. So you do not want to see this if you're a bear. That was not what you were expecting as a bear, guys. Prices basically put in that bottom wick and pop right back up. So I best believe there's some shorts that got trapped there that was still holding. This is looking bullish here, chat. Great with Lil Ray Ray. So you had a sell-off off the EMA for about 30 points down, and then you had a pop right back up. So I know some people got trapped there, guys, because that was a 77-point pop right back to the upside. So hello D, when you measure the candle heights, you don't need to use the measure tool. Put the Graham, I measure how I want to measure, man. Why does, guys, come on, man. Guys, I measure how I want to use the tool. Why does everybody, it's like people have to correct you on how you trade. Guys, however you trade, however you use the tools, that's up to you, man. I'm not trying to be rude, but I'm just saying, brother, like, right? Nobody's going to your house and telling you that you could do XYZ. I use it how I want to use it. There's multiple ways to use it, man. Like, guys, people get so upset, guys. We got emails. Somebody sent an email saying that, hey, DMONEY can do this and XYZ. Guys, if you feel like you could do it on your own, that's up to you. Why are you like, come on, man. I'm not trying to be rude, guys, but it gets a little ridiculous that people are telling you how you should use the measuring tool. I use it how I want to use it. Like, don't worry. All right, you're getting momentum to the upside here, chat. This is not great for bears. You got to be actually looking for a potential pop to the top of that range at 317, to be honest, because if we were able to reclaim the 14 EMA with conviction, chat, that is not bearish price action. That's bullish price action, and we could be attempting to head back to the ORB high at 316. So just kind of watching here to see if we're able to keep this momentum going to the upside. Right, got to be a little watchful here to see if we're able to keep this thing going. So you get back above 282, you're looking for more continuation. 15-minute chart right now looks pretty good. Now 292 is the 14 EMA, so we're back inside of the ORB. We haven't broken out to the upside yet, above 317, but we have a V-shaped recovery going on the 5-minute chart. Ellie, I'm out. Thanks, DMONEY. I'm up 3,000 for the day. Hey, congrats. Another trap. Yeah, it could be. D is morphing into Pat. That stream like gets you. Yeah, it's not that, guys. It's just that it's like, you know, people get so like, you know, oh, you gotta, you know, use it like this. It's like, what do you? I'm. It's my chart. Like, I don't. Oh man. That's all it is, guys. Nothing more. That's it. D are the new rules on Apex for all their accounts. Yeah, it specifies, right? You go to the Apex site, you'll see that basically you got no MAE, no 5-to-1, etc. on the new accounts. But remember, you got in the day drawdown on now as an offering, right? 5 trading days. 50K account, because that's the easiest one to reference. We know that it's, you got $2,000 worth of drawdown there. You still have to hit $2,600, guys, to be able to pull out 500. Keep that in mind, right? You still got to hit 2,600. So shout out to my brother, guys. He's gonna be, I think, requesting his first payout through Apex. I talked to him last night. So he's been grinding, chat, and he's about to pull out his first payout on the 50K end of day drawdown account. You gotta love it. So congrats to my brother. How long did it take him? He's been trading for a while, guys. He's been trading for over a year. Look at his pullback. That was a trap waiting to happen. Look at this. So we're getting this wonky wonk action here, guys. 98 point pullback to the downside, right at 100 points. Yikes. So when you guys see me being patient, it's because you're kind of trying to wait for the momentum to kind of step in, guys, and the bears are definitely back at the moment. You gotta love that. Bearish engulfing candle 5-minute chart. So you get back below 175, you have to be targeting 130 or lower, in my opinion. Does your brother watch you? Yeah, I'm not. I mean, his work schedule, like today, I know he had to be to work. I think he said at 9 o'clock this morning, so I know he's not watching. But he tunes in sometimes at night, guys, just to see, like, you know, watch the stream. If he has to work, he'll just watch, you know, do the replay. All right, so 15-minute candle is going to close out. Looking cray with Lil Ray, guys. You got a long wick top and the bottom, small candle body at the moment. So new candle opens up, maybe pushes up, forms some kind of top wick, and then it spans lower towards 179. So that looks like it was a lower high being put in, but for more downside, guys, but we're still inside the range. Meaning that price pushes up now, forms some kind of top wick, and then it spans back to the downside, possibly. Trying to short here, guys. Trying to see if we can get down at least to 188. Oh, wow. Right at 10 points. 15 points. 20 points. Let's go, baby. Come on, guys. You got to love it. So you had right at 20 points there. Want a little bit more. Want a flush here. 20 points. All right. $25 points. 30 points. Let's go, baby. Come on, guys. 35 points. You got to love it. We'll take it, guys. We'll take it. Drop a W in the chat. We're rolling here. More shorts. More shorts. Saw the rejection off the EMA and took the short to the downside. You gotta love that. So if you took a L, hey, I don't know what you did, but I didn't take a L, and it looks like there's a ton of people here that took some W's, so maybe you gotta kind of reevaluate there. But wouldn't be surprised if we kind of break these lows, guys, right? Just kind of being cautious here. Saw over 30 points, took it off the table. D, what's the next setup? So what do we see here, guys? I saw a bearish engulfing candle, and I saw a lower high setup right off the EMA. So once I saw it's kind of rejecting here, I took the short to the downside. That was a trade. Range of the candles over 40 points. So you gotta love it. Right back up off the top, off the bottom of that range again. Kind of wonky price action, right? 4-hour chart, it is bearish. Sorry, guys. 4-hour chart's bullish, barely. 1-hour chart's bullish, barely, right? Because it has a small body. And you're looking at, like... Now, I am cautious that the last time we were here, guys, we had a pullback the opposite direction, right? We had a push basically back the opposite direction, and we're back inside of that area. So it is a little strange. So now, if we start seeing structure build out here, chat, meaning that like some higher lows, double bottoms, etc., right, in this area, we could be kind of building up to push higher. Obviously, I think the momentum will pick up pretty rapidly if we were able to take out 24,283. Because if we're not breaking down, guys, and we're just kind of getting these drops, what we push right back up could be building out for some bullish structure to head higher. So got to be cautious here and see how this plays out. So would not be surprised, right? Because we're kind of in that support area. This account's up $1,540, guys. Didn't copy trade today. I do have this account. I traded some of the, so this account I traded last night and actually caught like $2,200 last night. Made about $1,000 today, right? Caught $2,200 last night on a pop to the upside. Didn't copy trade these accounts, so it is what it is. And then this account is actually up $490. So we'll have to see. You got to be cautious here because you know, I am very aware that we had a bounce from this area, guys, and if we're not able to roll over, we should start basically seeing lower highs and lower lows basically be put in if we're going to trend that direction. So if not, then we could be in for a pop here to the upside. So just kind of watching price action. Got to let this kind of form out a little bit. See how you had these long wicks that are being put in? So that's not exactly bearish, what you want to see from a bearish price action standpoint. But we do have like all these lower highs that are being put in, like swing points, right? Basically on the way down. So you are kind of watching that as we kind of build out. So that's why I'm saying if we're able to get back above 283, guys, I think there's a lot more upside possibility. 15-minute ORB range is too wide. Yeah, so that's why when you see that, you can kind of drop down to the 5-minute chart and start looking at price action on the 5-minute chart to try to see, you know, how price is reacting. All right, so this another lower high kind of being formed here. We got 2 minutes left. On the current 5-minute candle. So we'll see how this plays out. Do me a solid if you haven't already, guys. Hit the like button. Called out at least 3 trades that I took. Winning trades. They all were well over 25 points, right? I think could have bagged more than 25, 30 points, guys. Called out 3 trades that I took already. Looks like we got 5,400 people tuning into the show. Got to get over 2,000 likes, guys. Dropping some sauce here. We only got 1,600 likes on the stream, so trying to keep the streak alive of 2,000 plus for the morning show. Do you understand Rip's pitch and catch strategy? No, I do not. I don't watch any other streamer, guys, except for PW. D-Money, are we, my guy, are we allowed to trade the London and Tokyo sessions on an Apex intraday account? Yeah, you could trade whatever session you want. You're not restricted to any session with Apex. Trade whatever session you want to trade. How do you decide where you put your stop? Yeah, you're looking at previous candles highs or lows a lot of times. It just depends on the price action. See how right now you got like this is a bearish engulfing candle. So that's not great for longs. So you would be basically wanting price not to get back above the previous candle's high. Now that's a wide stop if you put it above 241. So, but maybe you want price to kind of push up, form a top wick, and then sell off here, guys, back below 200. To be honest, that looks like a short opportunity potentially here, right? Because we just had a bearish engulfing, and then you would see if it's able to flush these lows and put in new lows. The only issue is you don't have a top wick, very small top wick, and a lot of times NQ loves to trap people, right? Push up first and then give you the rejection. So just kind of back and forth action. Price has not basically picked a direction solidly yet because you keep getting these pushes back up. But it's putting in lower highs. We see that. But they're giving this trappy action, guys. See how we just put in that low below the previous candle's low, and then they pushed it right back up. So it feels like it's taking a while to break down, which is not great, guys, for bears. Like you would expect it to kind of pick up momentum here if they're going to flush this to the downside. And if that's not possible, guys, you could be smelling a reversal here, like kind of starting to build out, to be honest, on the chart. The longer we wait here, guys, we could be in for a pop here. Look at this crazy pop. So longs are looking good here, right off that support level, guys. Crate with little Ray. And so you'll kind of see, you see how, guys, when you start to kind of feel like it's not, price isn't kind of adding up. You see how we're taking a long time to kind of break down, and we just got a crazy pop here, right? Basically 68 points right back up. So you're starting to form like some kind of, you got a high, lower, you got a low down here. Then you got, looks like a higher low kind of setup. And you start breaking these previous highs, guys. Like that's, you know, we're headed back to the top of the range. It's taking a while, right? They're not breaking this thing down. They refuse at the moment to break it down. So caught 30 points. Nice. Yeah, because so that previous 5-minute candle was a bearish engulfing candle, guys. It should have technically it should have been able, that should have technically, right, if you're a price action trader, you're like, well, why wasn't that enough to flush us back to like 140? And then all of a sudden, now you got a bullish engulfing candle that's forming, right? So you had a bearish engulfing candle that formed. Now you got a bullish engulfing candle that's forming so far. So that's, there's a battle going on between the bulls and the bears, clearly at this level. Bro, what are you even doing? How many trades? I've taken 3 trades already. All winning trades. All over 30 points. What are you doing? Aleem, 34.69. It's 10:30. The market's been open for an hour, and I've taken 3 trades. They were all over 30 points. I mean, you got to be kidding me, man. So it's literally, guys, right? I've taken 3 trades. They were all over 30-point plus winners, and the market's been open for an hour, chat. I mean, that's what it is. So yeah, this is your 10th. I see somebody put it, right? Somebody put it, this is your 10:30 open. So, I mean, the longer we kind of hang out here, guys, and we don't break down, I mean, that's, like I said, that's indication that we could be getting ready for a pretty big pop to the upside here, to be honest. Kind of forming like some kind of pattern, you know, like setup here. Lows being put in, then you get a pop to the upside. Get back above 248. Look out. So not much to do here, guys, right? You got to be patient because we're dropping, but we're pushing right back up. And I mean, like I said, as long as that happens, I mean, you're kind of stuck in a range, unconventional range, meaning that You're getting these drops, pops, etc., right? We just put in a high compared to the previous candle's high. But you got lower lows overall, so just a battle going on. People are getting chopped. People are getting chopped here. And the longer we hang out and we don't break down, you got to lean towards longs, guys. I'm trying to long here on the breakout there to the upside. Let's see if we got momentum here, guys. So, want to break above like 247, but we'll see if we get it. Not really breaking down. So you're trying for more upside here because, right, you kind of feel like if we're not going to break down, we could get a pop to the upside, but we're going to find out. You're kind of getting this back and forth action. I saw that we build out a bottom here, so you want us to go, guys, right, to the upside here. Pop previous candles highs and get back above 248. You had a doji candle after a bearish candle, but we got to see if this plays out. All right, there's 6 points. Do they got enough momentum to get this thing going? That's the question. Or they're going to push it back down, right? We're going to find out here. All right, so that's you were close to 10 points. 10 points. There's 10 points, guys. Right? There was 10 points on the pop of the previous candle's high, but stalling out a little bit here. Don't like that. So you had about 10 points there right at it. Giving it a second to see if it kind of picks up. If it flushes here, I'm going to close this trade. Not going to give it much room, guys, to be honest. Not worried. Just couldn't get the follow through that I wanted. Not going to hold it back to the bottom of the range. Need it to go. On about 4 points. Yeah, that doesn't look too hot here. Going to close that out. Right, so just wanted momentum. Had 10 points, didn't take it. Wanted a little bit more. That happens. So if you took the 10 points, great. But I wanted obviously a pop of 248. Didn't give it a lot of room because I wanted it to go. I feel like it's been hanging out for quite some time, and that should have been enough, in my opinion, for it to pop. And if it couldn't pop, then I wasn't interested, guys. So now it is kind of putting in kind of retesting that previous candle's low. This looks flushy, to be honest. So this was the area that we bounced from, guys. Previous time, we could not kind of get momentum going. A lot of times that's an indication that we're going to have downside stepping into the market. Right? Because that breakout trade did not have momentum to kind of get us going. So you almost have to lean towards possible flush coming here. So remains to be seen. There it is. So that's why I gave that trade like 10 points, guys, right? Because in my opinion, that should have been enough to get us going. And we could not kind of get back above these highs above 240 area, so I had no interest in holding that. Just kind of building out. It's building out for something. Why don't you ever see you use a stop? Is it manual? Yeah, it's a manual exit because I was only giving it about 10 points. I wasn't worried, right? I didn't like so if you kind of notice on that, right when it got to about 10 points, I just closed that trade. I had no interest in holding it past that. I knew that's what I was going to give it. Because it was basically retracing and I wanted it to basically push up right away and get back above the previous candle's high. Once I saw that not happening, I had no interest. So we're just ranging here, chat. We're stuck in a smaller range. I hate to say that, but that's what's happening. Currently at the moment, we're basically stuck in a 68-point range. Another bearish engulfing candle. Holy Chop Fest, gotta wait for this break to one side or other. Yeah. I mean, you're almost better off doing that at this point, guys, right? Just kind of waiting because you're not getting solid follow through either direction. So if we map out, so I do feel though if it starts popping these highs, right, back above like 248, guys, that's great for bulls because you're kind of breaking out of this consolidation range that we're stuck in. So we're gonna find out. It's like funny because now it's starting to give you that push. But if you didn't get in from the bottom of off the lows there, your entry's horrible, right? And you can get chopped. And then they end up pushing it right back down, right? So this is where, like, you know, you gotta, if you didn't get in around 197, guys, you know, you're probably waiting for like 249 to break to the upside. Pre-launch trading. Yep. Good old barcode. Yep, this is it. You're right. You guys see it. I mean, the good thing is we had 3 really good trades, guys, over 30 points. I had one trade that I got stopped out on closed out for about 10-point loss because we couldn't get momentum up. So not sweating that at all, right? On one contract, we'll take it. Now we'll have to wait. We'll see if we can get a break of the top or the bottom of the range that we're kind of stuck in here. So above 250, you would be targeting 281 or higher, maybe a crazy pop up to top of the opening range. If we break below 182, you're targeting at least 137 bottom of the range. Bottom of the opening range. Looks like longs on the books, yeah. I mean, but it's you see that, but then the next candle so far has been a bearish candle, right? You're getting bearish candle, green candle, bearish candle, right? It's kind of like going back and forth until it picks a direction. That's all. If you haven't already, guys, do me a solid. Hit the like button. Got to get over 2,000 likes. We got 5,300 people still tuned into the show. Appreciate the support. Don't take it for granted. As we all kind of wait to see how this thing plays out here. All right, there it is towards the top of the box. 12 seconds left on the current 5-minute candle. 15-minute candle looks bullish. Nice bottom wick. But right back down, right? New candle open, push right back down so far. Do they have enough momentum to push this thing higher, or is it going to stall out? Barely broke out of the box, guys, and coming right back down, right? So on the next candle. So you want to break, you need a break. You need a breakout back above these highs, 250. Because I mean, that was a break above it, but barely, right? That's not convincing. So right back down. Trappy trap action, chat. This is what's been happening, right? You get these pushes, and then all of a sudden, here comes a drop right back down. 30 plus points, 36 points to the downside. Gotta love it. So 56 points up and 40 points almost to the downside right away. Gotta love it. Not much to do there. Barcode City. Could you use the same strategy with Forex? Yeah, it works with all, because you're trading price action, so there's no, doesn't matter the market. So back above 250, you know, so you can either be strategic here, guys, and you're putting like a stop below. There it is. There's a break to the upside here. There's the momentum that I wanted initially, chat. And look at this chop action. So if you caught the break there from 251, you had about 20 points. But nasty price action, kind of right back to the top of that range to trap a lot of people there. So it was able to break out to the upside there. Had some nasty price action, wiki wick action. Trapping people in both directions. And let's see how this plays out. So you got, I mean, in my opinion, you're leaning towards longs, guys, because we just broke. I'm going to try it. Might be a bad choice, right? That candle doesn't look too hot. Current 5-minute candle I'm referring to here. Needed to kind of push with momentum out of this box, but we'll see if it has enough strength to kind of push higher. We're going to go back and we're going back inside the box. Best believe it, right? Gotta love that, guys. So one, it followed through, didn't get it. Not even gonna give it a second thought to close it. So I've had 5 trades, 3 winning trades, 2 losing trades. Didn't give the losers much room at all. Not even gonna hold it, guys. Not even worth it, in my opinion, to let it breathe. Right back inside of the box. Wanted more continuation, didn't get it. And maybe we'll get it now, going into that last 10 minutes of the market, the 1 hour candle, right? But not going to give it a lot of room here, guys. This is a chop fest, chop suey. Tried to basically buy it on the breakout, didn't get the continuation to the upside. And the pattern that's been happening is that you'll get a bearish candle and all of a sudden you'll get a green candle that's twice the size. So did not want to give it any more room. And we're headed to the bottom of the box now. So didn't give that a lot, and we have not been able to kind of take out these swing highs, swing points, right? You got a high, lower high, lower high, lower high. We haven't taken it out yet, but I wanted to give it a stab because we obviously were able to put in a higher high above that box. So you were targeting those previous highs. We just didn't have enough momentum to get there. So was that a trap now for the flush back to 137 or lower? So had 5 trades, 3 winning trades, 2 losing trades. 1 loss was 10 points. That loss was a little bit over 10 points. 1 contract. We'll take it. And unfortunately, we're barcoding. So you're getting these lower high swing points. Consolidation, we had a break to the upside, which looks like it could have been a trap because we just rejected off the 50 EMA right back down. So that's not great. 4-hour chart looks horrible. Long top wick, no momentum. And here's the push right back up, guys. Wow. Wow. Well, I caught some of that. Not going to complain there. Oh, man. You can't even... Guys. There it is. So at least I caught some of it on the way up, guys. Cray with little Ray Ray. She gone. She gone. That's the trade. That's the break. That's the action that I wanted on the last 2 longs that I took. It finally broke out to the upside, guys, and snapped all these swing points. You got to love that. Crazy that I was able to catch some of it at least. Man. Crazy day, chat. Crazy day. That account's up $5,240. You gotta love it. Crazy winner there. You had a crazy pop on the previous 5-minute candle, guys. 151 point pop to the upside out of nowhere. And you guys saw me take 2 longs previous to that long that I just hopped in. And I basically got chopped and closed it, right? And then was able to, I mean, obviously banked on that last trade. So you got to love this. You got to love this price action today. News. So 1050, unless there was something that came out, you got to be looking for longs here, guys, at the moment, right now. I mean, it's clearly that's the play here. Just a matter of trying to get a better entry now if you didn't catch it from the bottom. So now, you could be smart here, chat, and try to play it as an opening range candle break, right? You get back above 314, 317. You're looking for more upside. Towards these highs above like 400. So we just, look at this, guys. We just swiped. We just took out all these swing points, lower highs, right? We just took them out in one candle. One candle, guys. They all got taken out. One candle. So yeah, it's hard to be bearish bias, guys, right? Based off of that. The difficult part in this kind of market is your entry, because you're getting these momentum swings. And all right, so now, right, if you try like a long here, right? Stop back below like 264. Wow. Pumping, guys. Just trying to ride some of the momentum. I might not hold this, but was up like 15 points. And kind of getting chopped. Let's see if we got momentum. There's 10 points, 15 points. Want to break here. 25 points. All right, we'll take it. So another 25 point winner there, guys. And more than likely, you're looking to see if it'll pop that previous 5-minute candle high at 24,343. So that was another 25 point winner. Had a crazy pop, guys. This is crazy today. Not going to lie, right? The price action. I mean, because you're trying to play this now as an opening range candle break because we're at the top of the range. So, and that's the 15-minute chart, guys. Right? So you need to be back above, basically anything above 317.50 is the opening range, 15-minute candle, opening range candle break. So had about a 25 point winner there. Drop a W in the chat, guys, if you took that long. Actually, you guys saw that. I was green and then I went basically back to flat and then up about 25 plus points. So you got to love it. In this crazy market. So you know what I'll say here, guys, as well? Like those two trades, had a few trades I got chopped on. But you guys can notice, I'm not disappointed at all. Made the money back plus more, obviously, but the direction was right, guys, right? And a lot of times when you see that, guys, you got to just call it what it is. That's part of trading. The direction was right to the upside. We just, you know, you're just getting this crazy price action that they decided in one candle to basically take us up 150 plus points. So I mean, that's just there's not much you could do about that, chat. So, but if you notice how I kept the losers 10 points, and I think that one was maybe 13-point loser, and then you're able to capitalize on some of these other moves. That's how it works, right? If you're going all in, max size on every trade, you're not giving yourself room to get chopped when the market, we know, has historically been choppy over the last couple months after like some of these moves. Shout out to Rodney Fisher. Thanks for your help. You're one of the real ones. Hey, I appreciate it. Not every trade's gonna work, guys. Right, but hey, we trade here live, and you can kind of see. You guys saw I got chopped on a couple trades and right back down again. Right back down again, guys. Wow. You gotta love this price action. Here is a retracement of 150 points after a 150 point plus pop to the upside. So they just literally pushed it 150, dropped it 150, guys. You gotta love that. And then now this candle's trying to push right back up. So crazy, cray, Lil Ray day. Definitely can be frustrating if you kind of keep missing these random pops and drops and 15-minute candle. I mean, you're right below the opening range. And I mean, it's definitely been an interesting day today, guys. You got the ORB sitting at 24,317. That's the level that everybody's kind of watching for breaks, but is there more upside here? I mean, it's the longer we can't break down, that's like I kind of said earlier, that's why I kept taking longs, guys, because we're having a hard time breaking down to the downside, right? At the moment. Anything's possible, but at the moment we just they refuse to kind of flush it lower. So got back inside of the range that we kind of talked about from 1 a.m. This was crazy on 2-minute chart. Yeah, I know. I'm long, but it's scary. Yeah. I mean, guys, the only thing you can do as a trader is protect yourself, size down. You know, if you're not feeling comfortable with the price action, which this is some wonky price action. We literally just had 150 points up, 150 points back down. I mean, that's not necessarily inviting price action, guys. So that's why I said, like, you're getting these random pops and drops. So if you there's nothing wrong, chat, if you're green, you've taken multiple trades, etc., and you're green, there's nothing wrong with kind of letting the market do its thing here, right? You get back above opening range candles high 313 with a candle that closes, because what's interesting here is that we have not had a candle that closed above 317 yet, chat. We keep getting like these pops up to it and breaking above it, but we haven't got a candle that closed above it. So you can play it like a regular day, chat. We finally you get a candle that closes above the opening range high of 24,317. You can be looking to join the momentum, right, in that direction. You don't have to trade in the middle here because you're getting all kind of craziness happening back and forth. So you can be patient, wait for the break. And closure, candle closure. Absolutely brought the range low and waiting for a pop back to the range high. Nice. I would definitely trail it. Yeah, I'm gonna grab a water. I got it. Don't worry. Give me 1 second here, chat. I'll get it. Let me stretch for a second.
All right. Stretch. Hi, chat, if you can hear me.
The Let's Trade guy said he hopes D-Money made money today. Oh, man. Corn Dog John. What up? Corn Dog John in the chat. You gotta love it. I mean, this has been a pretty eventful morning, to say the least. Crazy moves, guys. This account's up $5,700. I mean, cray with Lil Ray Ray. We're gonna So I'm not complaining here, guys, right? It's just been I got another count that's up 1,500. So we're chilling here, guys. I'm not complaining at all. It's just a matter of I'm just simply saying, if you miss some of the trades, you could be patient here and kind of trade this like a ORB setup, right? Where you finally get a candle that closes above 24,317. That's all. Because you're getting these breaks and like kind of like you're getting trap action here. You're not getting follow through at the right levels that you would expect to get follow through at, and that's what makes it a little bit more difficult. And then all of a sudden you'll get a random candle that's 150 points, right? So you can wait for a break at ORB and try to join the momentum in that direction. Nothing wrong with that. Victor, do you trade evals the same as funded? It all depends on the price action. I mean, right now, I would tell you guys, right? It's kind of like with the price action that we've been getting, you got to almost try to capitalize on the moves when they're in front of you, because if not, I mean, you can end up, you guys see this, right? I mean, look at this. $150 point candle range. Next candle, 150 point candle range, right back down, right? So it's like, and all these nasty wicks up top, chat. So it's kind of like right, and the bottom. Look at all these wicks, bottom wicks. I mean, it's crazy. Cray cray, we'll love Ray Ray. All right, so let's see where we're at. So yeah, I appreciate the support, guys. We hit 2,000 likes. The streak remains alive. So if you haven't already, do me a solid, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you know what to do. We just out here trying to make a little money. And we had some great price action, to say the least. But getting close to that 317 level again, chat, right? We're bouncing off that level again. So that level is the opening range candles high. Is this going to be the break and a closure above it? That's the question. I bet you would get more likes if you use the measuring tool correctly. Yeah, I know, right? Oh, man. Where do we go from here? We're going to find out, right? You got to wait and find out. You got to wait for a break in either direction of, at this point, we broke out of the consolidation range that we had to the upside. So you would be leaning towards longs naturally as a breakout trader. But for that to play out, we need to get above this opening range and start kind of having the momentum pick up to take us higher. So it's crazy to think about. It's almost 11:30 and we're still inside of the ORB. We've seen crazier things, chat, make no mistake about it, right? We've seen us range all day inside of the ORB. So any giveaways? Yeah, you got to stay tuned to the channel. Once we have giveaways, we'll definitely post it, guys. And we'll let you know, right? We'll definitely make that aware. We'll make an announcement on the channel, on the stream, that we're going to be doing some giveaways. So as of right now, just kind of watching paint dry, waiting for a break possibly in any direction. Do you pay attention to inside bars and outside bars? I mean, sometimes it all depends. You guys kind of heard me mention that today. Talked about how we were inside of yesterday's daily candles range, right? A lot of times that's consolidation. Just depends. I mean, I'm aware of how they work or how you use them, right? I'll say it like that. Another attempt to break the top of the range. Is there enough momentum to go higher? Or are we going to pull back? So you had about 10 points plus on the break there, guys, to the upside, right? 15 points. 20 points. All right, so because you can kind of see it there, right? You had, yeah, right at 20 points, breaks it upside there. So now the question is going to be, does this candle have enough momentum to take us kind of higher, guys, and hold that ORB? Kind of ride up here towards at least $400 level or higher. Because that's if you look at 15-minute chart, 30-minute chart, guys, you can kind of map out the support levels the last time we were in this area, we had some kind of resistance right back down, right? So these would be initial targets. The first one actually would be between 356, 375. You break that little resistance area, you're headed up towards 415 or higher. So you got about a minute and 30 seconds left. We'll see how this candle closes out. Looking pretty strong here, kind of holding, right? I think this is the longest that we've seen a candle kind of stay above the ORB so far, guys. We had a couple attempts and we had a failure back to the downside. So see what happens in the next 50 seconds. No close. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, yeah, you got to wait to see how this candle closes, chat. So can it hold above 24,317? That's the question. And if so, I think there's 400 level has to be a mental area. Could be headed to, if that's the case. So we're going to find out. Don't you worry. Couple seconds left. All right, so it held that area, guys. We finally got a candle that closed above the ORB high at 24,317. Right back down so far, testing the top of the range. So you want to see that area act as a level of support if you're a bull, because we just broke it right to the upside. But with the wonky wonk action, we know that that doesn't necessarily have to play out, but that's how you basically trade the opening range. You had a break above it and a closure finally. So you're targeting new highs here, guys, up towards possibly 380 or higher if the momentum is going to continue to the upside. As an opening range break trade, basically. So back above 348, you're looking to the left here, 375 up to 380 could be an area of interest. So we're holding here so far. Opening range low 20 or high 24,317. You're targeting to the left up here, guys, right? You need a rocket ship though to kind of get you up there without having these crazy pullbacks that we've been experiencing. Up towards 400. It's 11:22, so you got the 30-minute candle. Looks crazy, guys. It looks like it has some juice, like it wants to fly up towards these highs up here, 380 or higher. Look out. Does it have enough momentum? That's the question. Or is it a trap again? $15-minute candles trying to push, guys. 30-minute candles trying to push. 5-minute candle, you got about a minute and 20 seconds left. You want to see it start to kind of pick up momentum. It has a bottom wick. Is that enough to kind of catapult us higher to the upside, right? That's the question. And if so, like I said, this box up here could be a level of interest. If they're going to send it like a rocket ship, guys. 380 area or higher. There's 365. So yeah, you would have to be targeting. That's the level, guys. 365 again. Do they got enough momentum to kind of push this here? Did get in a quick long there, guys, for a few points. Kind of talked through that a little bit, right? And wanted up to like 380, but might not get it. So probably gonna end up closing this on a pullback. Yep, there's the pullback. So let's see if we got a little bit more juice to the upside. Let's go, baby. Come on, guys. 375. All right, there it is. We'll take it right there, guys. That's right at 380. You got to love it. You got to love that. So that was the break, and you had a push. Basically just saw the momentum. Somebody in the chat earlier said that I was making up an imaginary level. We sent him to the VIP, guys, and then he can watch from another user ID that we just hit the level. So there's 24,383. You gotta love it. So it was imaginary to him, but it was real for me. So we just hit that level, guys. So if you took the long, congrats. Drop a W in the chat. All right, so we finally got a break, guys, to the upside. I mean, that was the opening range candle break. It just took a while, right? We had the candle close above the opening range high, 11:15. And if you kind of look, we had a retracement, a nice bullish reaction off of the ORB high. And then you had momentum back the opposite direction. So you got to love that. And just mapped out the basically resistance level, guys, off the 15-minute chart, right? Because the last time we were up in this area, we had a pullback to the downside. So that was the resistance area, right? So that's why I was calling out that area that somebody felt was made up. But hey, to each his own. We're having a bearish reaction so far off of that area, right back down. Go figure. There's a 30+ point retracement right back down, guys. You gotta love that. JC Trades 25. How do you know when to hold it? Yeah. So if you see, so basically on this 5-minute chart, this for me was an indication to hold the trade, guys. Because when you start seeing like a bullish reaction, you had a closure above the ORB high. Then you had a long wick off the ORB high and were able to push back and put in a higher high, guys. That's telling you that there's momentum in the market to the upside, right? That's what you want to see. You want to see price kind of open up on a 5-minute chart, push down, form some kind of bottom wick, some kind of rocket fuel, if you want to say that, because as a momentum trader, that's what you're looking for. And then it spans higher, right? Takes out the previous candle's high. And you can see like above that high, you had a pop of basically 39 points. So that's what you're looking at. And go figure, chat, we're getting a bearish reaction at that level where we had some selling pressure in the past. You got to love it. Right? We had a selling pressure here. Price comes here and you get selling pressure. So that's what you always have to kind of be aware of where there could be some potential turbulence. Doesn't mean that the uptrend can't continue, but you're also looking, especially when the market's choppy, guys, you're looking for ways to kind of minimize your turbulence, i.e. Chop fest, right? And you're looking to take profit. So, and it's crazy because we're getting these moves that are like this previous 5-minute candle was a 57-point pop to the upside. This candle was a 53-point drop right back down, guys. Right? So if you're not taking profit, because, you know, some people are going to be like, oh, well, how come you didn't hold it? You're not holding because you know that a lot of these moves are getting retraced right back down on the next candle. So even if you were up 50 points and you're like, oh, I want to hold it for more, well, you could have got chopped there because they just retraced that 50 plus points, guys. That's just the price action that we're dealing with right now. So if you haven't already, guys, that was another winning trade. Do me a solid, hit the like button. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, we rock out Monday through Friday, no later than 9 a.m. out here trying to make a little money. If you're a loyal viewer of the channel, you already know. I love you. We're going to go ahead and do the weather report. Never fear. If you thought I forgot, the weather report is here. For Fort Lauderdale, chat. Actually, I'm not going to lie. Today's another good day. So I hate to... I know there's somebody dealing with some weather issues out there. But hey, you got to move to South Florida. Or maybe not because the traffic's really bad. So it took me forever to get here this morning. So 79 degrees. Sunny. Going to be sunny all day, chat. Almost perfect weather, to be honest. The high today is going to be 82 degrees. Perfectly sunny, guys. The low was 61 overnight. It is ideal weather for the beach. So that's your weather forecast for Fort Lauderdale, brought to you by the BDH and DMONEY. You gotta love it. Andres, I'm new here. How can I see your entries in real time? Do you have a private chat or something I would join? Yeah. Andres, this is not a signal service stream, so there is going to probably be a few second delay because we're live streaming. There's nothing that we can do about that. But we try to show trades, guys. Now, some of these trades, if I'm in really quick and it moves, by the time I switch over and I'm up already a few points, I mean, I can't do anything about that. PW can't do anything about that, guys. That's the momentum in the market. We're dealing with a moving market. So I do my best to try to call out areas that I'm looking at. So as an example, I called out multiple times the ORB high. You're looking for a break above it and a close above it. If that's the case, then that can be an indication to get long, right? You had basically a play right off the ORB 24,317 to the upside, right? I mean, but yeah, this is not a signal service. We're not here to provide signals. This is not a paid stream where you know, we don't have a Discord where you pay or any of that. So I would say best thing to do is continue to rock out with the streams. You'll pick up on how I trade pretty quick. And that's the goal of the stream, chat, is that we're helping to add value to the space where people are actually maybe adding some of how I trade or how PW trades to their toolkit, and you're able to fish for yourself, to be honest. Pizza Dad, I love that user. I love that username. Shout out to Pizza Dad. He said, has the antenna first been adjusted? We don't want a skewed weather report. Well, I'm not gonna lie, guys. It's been a long few days. Had my daughter, didn't get her till late last night. Had you know, that's a story for another day. But didn't get her till late last night, so we was not able to adjust the antenna this morning. So, but I'm pretty sure that the weather report is accurate. Don't you worry.
Service in her Discord. Many thanks again.
Oh man. Shout out to Funds 4471 for the $10 tip, but this is not a signal service, but I appreciate the donation there, sir. But we do try to call out what we're looking at, guys, right, while we're taking the trades, etc. So dropped a lot of sauce today, guys, right? It's 11:30. I feel like, even though, believe it or not, we've had wonk action, I feel like it was better than yesterday, right? You got to call it what it is. Why did you choose that candle wick to draw the rectangle? So if you look on the 15-minute chart, guys, if you're drawing out like support and resistance or reactionary levels, whatever you want to call it. So you're looking for like the last time price was there in an area, and then you're looking at the downside selling pressure that stepped into the market. So you're drawing it from the top of the wick to the bottom of the wick, and you're drawing it across, right? And that's going to give you an area that price could possibly have some turbulence to kind of get past that area. Doesn't mean it can't break it, guys. But as you can see, that played out to the downside, right? Because if you notice from the bottom of that box, you had an 85-point reaction back down. So somebody said that was a made-up area. Well, you had a bearish reaction off of it, and that's all you're looking for, chat. Doesn't mean that it's going to hold every time. You know, with enough momentum, price can bust through any area. So, but you need to be aware, in my opinion, of potential areas where price could kind of stall. Because a lot of times, right, if you held it and you kept holding it, well, you just gave back all your profits, right? So just kind of keep that in mind. Even if price wants to go higher, guys, a lot of times it's going to put in a high, come down, do a retracement, put in a higher low, and then continue to push up. So we're right back above the ORB high. So is this an area where we kind of build back up to go higher here, guys? Or are we going to lose the momentum back to the downside, right? Because if you're bullish, you want to see higher highs and higher lows on the way up. And you're looking for that structure to step into the market to give you confidence that the uptrend at the moment is going to continue. So you should start seeing previous highs get taken out. Right? So back above like 355 towards this gray box at 380.
Not a signal service. It's a full username call out service.
You gotta love it. Yeah, you guys know PW gives me a hard time about that, guys. Oh, man. So now you're kind of watching to see what happens. Is that it for the uptrend, guys? Or are we gonna spend higher here and be able to put in higher highs? And right now, price is trying to take out that previous candle's high on the 5-minute chart. So back above 356, you could be looking at that gray box again, guys, right? 380 area or higher. So Perry, look at Perry Dollar. Perry Dollar, you're very observant, sir. We got you gotta love it. Perry Dollar is very observant here. So he said, Ginger, you seem to be in a great mood today. I hear a lot of laughs. Hey, yeah, she's soaking up the laughs here, guys. She's hasn't been here for a few days, so she is soaking it up. But shout out to Perry Dollar shooting his shot. You gotta love it. We knew it was coming, guys. We knew it was a matter of time. There's a break. So bulls are stepping back into the market here. Attempting to take us higher. You got about 25 seconds left on the current candle. Lucid Pro, yeah, 25 account. Double A. Thanks for the $2 tip there. Yeah, the Lucid Pro account has 20% consistency. So give me 1 second. We'll flip to that. I'm trying to watch this candle here, guys. You want to see if we're able to pop previous candle high at 363. Could be looking for more upside back above 380 here, chat. Because we held the EMA, was able to put in a higher high compared to the previous 5-minute candle. So you're kind of watching to see how this plays out. That 15-minute candle looks really good at the moment with the long bottom wick. So you are watching to see if it kind of picks up energy to expand higher. Back above 386, targeting 400, 400 level or 415 as an example, guys, right? You're kind of watching to see how this plays out. Javier might have some competition. Oh man, shout out to Holiday Brian. Holiday Brian stirring the pot. Hey D, when you say candle pop over previous highs, it'll close. Yeah. So you want to see like if momentum kind of steps in, if the candle has enough momentum to pop that previous candle's high and continue to the upside, right? You got 3 minutes and 15 seconds left on the current candle. D-Money, you gonna auction a shirt off this week while Pat's not around? You never know. Maybe we'll do a poll in the chat if somebody wants to get the D-Money shirt. We could do it. So yeah, you're kind of watching here, guys. Let me answer this question really quick. Hold on 1 second. So the question here was on Lucid Pro, guys, right? So I want to make sure we answer that question. So the 25 Pro account you have a max loss of $1,000. Consistency here is actually on the pro. It says 40%. For the Lucid Pro account, right? 40%. 5 payouts to live. You can pass it in 1 day. On the eval itself, right? We know that your profit target is $12.50. You got $1,000 of drawdown. It's end of day, right? And then that's the funded rules. So now, if you want more, you go here to Lucid Pro, and you want consistency percentage, etc. Kind of gives you the breakdown here, right? You have maintained consistency Lucid Pro 40% requirement. So it's 40% on that. It looks like, right? It is there. So let's check this update. Yeah, it says it applies to accounts purchased or reset on or after 11/28, right? All accounts purchased or reset before still have 35%. So they give you actually an example here as we kind of wait because price isn't doing anything, guys. It's kind of stuck at that area. So the way you do your consistency rule, whatever your profit target is, you're gonna simply times that times 40% in this case, and that's gonna give you your average biggest day. Pretty simple math, guys, right? It's not hard at all. So if you look at let me go back to the payouts to give you an example, right? Minimum profit goal, you must earn at least a minimum goal between payout cycles to earn a payout. 250 on a 25K account. The buffer that you need is 26,100, so you need $1,100. In that account, right? Because you got the 26,100, you minus 25,000. We know that you need $1,100. First payout is 1,000. So if you hit 1,100, so now that buffer there, profit over buffer balance, to request payout your profits must exceed the buffer balance, which acts as a safety net. So that's your minimum that you got to hit. And then you're able to start kind of stacking that, right? So if you add 1,000 to that, you're at 2,100 times 0.40. 840 would be your biggest day on 40% consistency rule. So that's the math, right? So Lucid Pro, there's multiple accounts here, guys, right, that you could trade. But Lucid Pro, the benefit of that, in my opinion, is that you're able to pass it in 1 day. That's basically what it is. So if you don't like dealing with Flex's 2-day requirement, then Pro could be for you. Consistency rule, however, is 50% on Flex. But you got to pass it. You got 2 days to pass. So just as a kind of tidbit there, right? No consistency rule, however, in the funded stage. So buy the low. Yeah, I mean it's holding. I mean, this is what you want to see, but you don't like that we're not putting in higher highs at the moment. See how we're not putting in higher highs the last like 3 5-minute candles so far? We haven't been able to put in a higher high. So that's not great, but we are holding that ORB, if that's what you're referring to. We are holding that ORB level, right, at the moment. But I would be a little concerned that we're not putting in higher highs as of yet, right? So I wouldn't be looking to get long like here as of yet, guys. I would have to start seeing candle breaks to the upside. So like back above 360 area, right? Previous candles high. Then that would probably be more convincing and keep you out of the possibility of getting flushed on, because the structure is not kind of lining up so far that bulls are ready to take this thing higher as of yet. So just be cautious of that. When you start seeing this structure, you know, you have to be mindful of the price action. You start popping previous candles highs though, that's another story. But you know, if you got long here, your stop would be probably back below like 322. So you're giving it like 20 points. And you're basically anticipating that you're going to get a pop to the upside. And it's trying to build out here, chat. But can it get back above 360? Or is it going to be chop suey? $15-minute candle. This is what I'm referring to, guys, right? You got basically a doji on the previous candle, bullish doji. You had price attempt to kind of break that high on the current candle, was not able to do it as of yet, but there's a ton of time left. There's over 10 minutes left on the current 15-minute candle, so there is time to pop that high, guys. Make no mistake about it. And head up towards 380 level. And it's getting pretty close there to the previous candle's high. Look out, guys. There it is. She gone. So that's now. So, all right, you broke the previous candle's high. Kind of build out some structure here off the 5-minute chart. Put in some higher lows, and then we kind of creep back up towards 385. So bulls are back in charge. You pop previous candles highs. That's telling you that the bulls are back ready to play, guys. They're trying to take this thing above 385. Do they have enough momentum to kind of continue this push? Looking that way. $370, $364, right? So you pop previous candle high. So this is that's kind of textbook, guys. How you want to, what you're kind of looking for is you want to see it basically break those previous highs, because if it does that, then you can have an entry basically above that high, and there's 376. So you gotta love that. About a 20-point pop so far above that previous candle's high. Gap fill coming, it could. Do you ever take into account how far you are away from the 14 EMA before taking a trade? Yeah, sometimes Lord Wood. Is it Lord Wood Slinger? Oh man, I wish I didn't say that. That user, that user. Oh man, but yeah, it all depends on how far you are away from. You gotta love it. Oh man. It all depends on how far you're away from the EMA. So if you're, you know, 100 plus points, 200 points away from it, yeah, you do kind of keep that in mind, because you know that the EMAs tend to act as a magnet a lot of times. So if you're farther away from the EMAs, a lot of times price is going to attempt to go back to the EMAs and build out some kind of higher low, etc., and then push higher. Just depends. Oh man, this is that time, chat. We know that it starts to get a little weird. So I will not be saying that username again, sir. Doesn't matter how much you tip. What it doesn't matter what you say. It's for golf D-Money. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I mean, I think that. All right. Well, that it makes me feel a little better. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I had to go home and take a shower. So, not gonna lie. Right? I had to go cleanse myself because D-Money doesn't rock that way, sir. Oh man. So, all right, you had I laughed so hard I cried. Yeah, I mean, hey, I don't blame you. I almost cried. I did laugh. I almost cried when I read out that username, guys. I almost cried. So, but it was too late. I couldn't retract it because we're live. So, I could not retract it. Somebody saying accounts. Yeah, this account's up 720. Right. This account's up 720 here. You got another account, guys. I didn't copy trade. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about copy trading right now with this price action, chat. To be honest, because we know that it's been some choppy chop action, and if you're not careful, you could end up blowing a ton of accounts, guys, on a chop, right? And that's kind of unfortunate because you guys saw me earlier take a few trades where I got chopped, and guess what? I gave it about 10 points, and I think one of the trades I gave it maybe like 13, and I closed that trade out because I have no interest in, if it's not kind of giving me the desired price action, I'm scrapping that trade, guys. But if you're copy trading a ton of accounts, and there's nothing wrong with copy trading, but I would say just be mindful that we have been getting a lot of choppy chop action, guys, for some reason, right? Whatever reason, right? Nobody knows the definite answer why. We can make speculations that, oh, it's a war, it's oil prices, it's whatever it is, right? But we know that, I mean, it's been, when you start seeing like we had down here where you got 150 point candles up and 150 point candles down, guys, that's kind of painting a story for you that you need to be a little mindful of what's going on. Just saying. My 2 cents. So you could do whatever you want, guys. It's your money, right? It's your capital. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not licensed to give advice. So I'm just kind of keeping it real with you guys and telling you that I don't know how I feel right now at the moment about copy trading a ton of accounts, right? So maybe, a couple accounts. But this kind of proves my point right here. Look at this push right back down, chat. There's a 62-point random drop. You got to love it. I mean, that's just, right? We attempted to get back to above 380. We failed, and you got a 60-plus point drop. And guess what, guys? That put us right back below the opening range candles high. So this is exactly what I'm talking about, guys. This kind of price action. Not random D, I took it. Yeah. I mean, I see the rejection. Don't get me wrong. I see the rejection. You got a nice rejection candle, right? Previous to that drop. And we were not able to get back inside of that resistance area drawn out. It makes sense, but you would think that we would probably be able to hold the opening range candles high, and we couldn't do that, right? And we're still dropping. So there's going to be somebody, guys, that catches moves that happen in the market But that does not mean that, so all that little uptrend that we've had, guys, right? Higher highs, higher lows, we just wiped out. We wiped that out. So now you got to wait and see what happens here, to be honest, right? Because now if this candle closes back inside of the range, well, that breakout trade to the upside at the moment is invalid because we're back inside of the ORB. And we could be ready to head to the bottom of the range. So, and that was a lower high as well. So you can see that there is some structure there, but so you gotta love this. But never fear, the BDH is here. Called out multiple trades, guys, that I took, right? So you guys saw a couple chop trades I didn't like. The direction was right. But I didn't like the price action at the moment. You guys saw that, right? Was able to kind of navigate it. Some people are like, oh, man, you didn't, why did you close it out for a 10-point loser? It's like, well, because price was not giving me the price action that I wanted. And then once price was able to finally give that momentum, you guys saw crazy pops to the upside that kind of confirmed the entry direction was right. And sometimes that's trading, guys. That's what sometimes it gets a little frustrating because you could be right in your direction. You could be looking for longs based off of what you saw, right? We saw initially down here, we had this consolidation range. We broke to the upside. Somebody was like, D, what are you looking for? I'm looking for longs, but I need price action to kind of agree with that. Was able to catch some of this pop to the upside. Price pull right back down. 150 points. Push right back up. And then it started to grind higher, right? So just been a choppy, choppy price action. But I called out a ton of trades, guys, a ton of winning trades, to be honest, because we had quite a few trades that were well over 25, 30 points. Nailed the ORB setup this morning, right? Got chopped yesterday, nailed it this morning. So just a matter of you kind of picking your spots and deciding when price is valid or not for you to continue to hold. That's all it is. So we're out here doing it. We're living. As price tries to fight to get back inside of this little range that it was stuck in, guys. You gotta love it. So back above 317, you're back above the opening range candles high. What's for lunch today, Blake? Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I'm feeling. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I might have to get Cane's. I'm not gonna lie. Was waiting for my daughter, chat, right, last night, long story, but didn't get her until late last night. So I was kind of waiting to get her to get some food for both of us. And by the time I got home, I mean, you had 95 that was blocked. 95 right now, guys, from like downtown Fort Lauderdale area is a disaster. They're doing construction or something. They had part of the road blocked off to get on 595. On the way back, they had that blocked off to get back because they were doing some kind of construction or something. Horrible. So it took me over an hour and a half to get home last night. Took me, I'll take that back. About an hour to get home last night. Took me over almost an hour to pick her up last night. So long story short, didn't get home till after 10 o'clock. Cray with Lil Ray Ray. So I think that's a sign for me to get some Raising Cane's today. I heard Jerome once robbed a Cane's with nothing more than a bag of Twizzlers. Wow. Right back inside the ORB. You gotta love it, chat. Cray with Lil Ray Ray. But were you in the GWAG? No, I wasn't in the GWAG last night. So thank God I wasn't, guys, because I probably would have had to fill up right on the side. It took so long. Oh, man. Are you divorced? No, I've never been married, guys. Never been married. I got one kid. That's it. Jerome has 8 or 9 or 10 or 12, whatever he has, guys. That's his personal, you know, whatever, you know. But I got one kid. I got a daughter, guys. She's 2 years old. She's 2. She's actually over 2 now, right? So, but she's almost 2.5. And she went to Disney over the weekend. You gotta love it. And price is having a bit of a hard time here. So remains to be seen if they're able to get back above that ORB high. If not, you could be looking for the bottom of the range to get tested. Previous 15-minute candle had a lower high put in, and you had a rejection and closed right below the 14 and 50 EMA, guys, in one candle. So that's not great for the bulls. That's not great for the bulls. At the moment. So was this just basically a prolonged push, guys, up, fell through the EMAs, and then you get a retracement back down to the bottom of the range? Back below 24,180. How do you come up with those EMAs? Yeah, it's just a personal thing. I've had them for years, chat, on my chart. Took them off, put them back. They match up well with the higher time frame. Yeah, shorts are looking more appetizing here, guys, to be honest. Rejection off the 14 and 50 EMA, forming a bearish cross. You would have to be targeting down here, 245 or lower, chat. All right, if they're going to continue to the downside, could be headed to the bottom of the range. And this is what I'm kind of looking at. You had a rejection right off the EMAs. So if you're a bear, that's great news. If you're a bull, you're not feeling too hot because we kind of flushed through that EMA. But in order for the bulls to kind of step in, they need to reclaim the EMA, guys, right? They need to get back above like 300 level, in my opinion. And this is the open of a new, we just opened up a new 1 hour candle. So a lot of times with that candle closing bullish, previous 1 hour candle was bullish, guys. Could be pushing down, forming a bottom wick, and then trying to expand higher. So you need to be a little cautious here. Because this is, and you can kind of see it on the 15-minute chart. See how this kind of matches that 1 hour candle at the moment. The structure matches the 1 hour candle on the 15-minute chart right now. So as long as we stay below the 14 EMA 290 area, could have more downside here coming. If we get above that area, then you are looking for more upside, and you got to be mindful, guys, that the previous 1 hour candle was bullish. But back inside the ORB. So unfortunately, safest trade here, guys, is to wait for a break of the ORB in either direction, and you join the party, right? So and I'm not surprised of this bounce, because this 1 hour candle, previous candle, was bullish, guys. So you got to keep that in mind, that it could be pushing, right? Opened up immediately, pushed down, formed some kind of bottom wick, and then it's trying to get back above like 317. Kind of curl over and then pop 303, head up above the top of the range. Do you recommend 50K accounts? Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with the 50K accounts, guys. You got to go based off of your budget, how much you're trying to allocate to these evals or straight to funded accounts, and right, it's whatever's in your budget. Nothing wrong with 50K account. You saw the $13,000 payout hit my account last, was it Monday, guys? That's Apex 50K accounts. So nothing wrong with 50K accounts, guys. At all. But to each his own, right? Some people love more drawdown, so they go with the 150K account as an example, because you got more room to kind of play with there. I've only seen you have 2 red days in the last 2 months. Is that true? I've had more red days off stream, guys. I share that all the time. So typically I trip myself up when I'm at home and I like wake up in the middle of the night or something, or I'm like, oh, hey, my daughter's sleeping. Let me take a trade. And it's like the middle of the night or something, and I'll end up getting chopped or something, guys. I've done that so many times. It's frustrating. So I'm trying to like stay away from that as best as possible. I've kind of mentioned that multiple times, that I've had right, more red days off stream, believe it or not. I don't know why. I don't know if it was because I'm more focused, during the day or whatever it is, guys, but I've definitely had more red days. I still lose accounts, guys, like everybody else. I'm not perfect either. Right? So and that's gonna continue, chat. It doesn't matter if you're a streamer or not. It just simply gets to the point where you can start kind of minimizing it, because your pain points, like things that could trigger you. So as an example for me, like me being basically getting chopped in the middle of the night as an example, guys, that's like ridiculous, because I know that's not my normal trading time. But for some reason, right, you're like, oh, this setup looks good, and you got to take it. And that's, typically that's how it happens. That's how it starts. So, and then that can kind of spiral you into, I've done that, guys, and been like right at a payout. And all I had to do was just basically close the screen, and then like that I got chopped on the last trade. And then all of a sudden I basically lost the payout, right? Because I'm sitting here fighting in a session that I don't normally trade. And you know what happens the next day, guys? Crystal clear price action, momentum trades. So I'm human just like everybody else, chat. Right? So I just want to make that clear so you don't think that you're going to never have a blown account. It's going to happen. That's just how it is. That's trading in a nutshell. If 90% of people never make it to a payout, then do the math on that, right? Because you have to be focused. It doesn't mean that every trade's going to work when you're focused. Because you guys saw that today. There was a couple trades I got chopped on, and they just didn't play out. They were directional trades. That was right? Meaning that I wanted longs. Longs ended up playing out, but it was an entry or two early. That's how it works. DJ's fighting trading addiction as a regular. Oh, of course, guys. I mean, we're all human. Like PW says that all the time as well. Like anybody that tells you that they're not going to lose an account, or they've never lost an account, or they've never had a red day, guys, they're lying. And maybe they don't have it, like in this case, okay, maybe I'm good right now, but if I go home and I overtrade, or I'm like, oh, this looks really good, or whatever it is, guys, it just depends. Right? But you're going to have some red days, guys. You're going to have some blown accounts. I kind of shared that earlier today that my brother is going to get a payout with Apex on a 50K end of day drawdown account. And I think he's up. I think he said his balance, guys, is like $3,000 or something. So, I think he's eligible for like right at $1,000 or something to take out. And he was like, oh, I'm going to, keep trading. I said, I'll be honest with you, man. If this is your first payout, I told him to take the payout, chat. Because mentally, right, that does something to you. It does something for you where you know that it's real, right? For one, that it's real. You're able to pay yourself, and that does something to your morale. Because I can tell you right now, if he's up 3,000, he ends up having a choppy day or something, and he gets chopped and he doesn't take the payouts, guys, what's going to happen? Right? He's going to be frustrated because he's like, man, I should have took that. I should have took the $1,000 off the table. But a lot of people, they will try to push it, chat. But think about it, right? It's like, okay, your first ever payout of $1,000, or you try to push it for $2,000, and then you end up, God forbid, blowing the account. Right? That almost stings more. 100%. I took 30K before this dip because I found myself starting to play with it. Yeah. And that's the thing. All right, here's a pushback up, guys. This is very interesting on the 1 hour chart. This is what I was kind of getting at, that that previous 1 hour candle was bullish, chat. And look at the current 1 hour candle. It's trying to get back above the ORB high. Make no mistake about it. Formed the bottom wick, and now it's expanding back to the upside. And there it is, guys. There's the pop. Look out. Look out to the upside off that 317 level. So this is that 1 hour chart. Previous candle was bullish. Price pushed down from the bottom wick, and it started to kind of pick up momentum here to the upside. So bulls are back ready to play. So it seems. Pretty decent range on this current 5-minute candle, 53 points. Does withdraw and payout mess with the drawdown? Yeah, I mean, it's going to impact your drawdown technically, right? Because it's part of your balance. So, you know, if he takes out $1,000 and he's right at $3,000 in total balance overall, he's going to be at about $2,000 in drawdown. But he still has money in his pocket, right? He was able to cash out. And I think mentally, guys, you can't put a price on that. To be honest, I think it does something to you mentally. Your first payout, you're kind of like, oh man, like all this hard work is real, and kind of keeps you going versus, oh well, I had $1,000 payout and I didn't take it. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean anything, guys. The name of the game is payouts. So trying to pay yourself. You got about 55 seconds left on the current 5-minute candle, and you want to see how this thing materializes because it's hanging out above the 200 EMA, 24,325. 15-minute candle looks pretty good at the moment. You got 10 minutes and 30 seconds left on that candle. So just remains to be seen if they got enough momentum to get it back above these previous highs up here above 380. Thanks for your stream. When was the last time you seen such a sideways market? Man, it's been rough, guys. Right from now, I mean, I'm sitting here saying that and that count to green, so don't mistake what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that we know that we've been getting a lot of chop sideways action, right? No follow through on some of these moves on certain days. Certain days are better than others. I'll say that. Let me clarify that. But I mean, I think this has been very I've seen just kind of scrolling through X. You know the market's tough, guys, when you see people posting a lot of red. So I haven't seen this much, I think, in a while, guys. It's been I can't even remember the last time, to be honest. So back above 340, you could be targeting 380 or higher. They're able to get it back above that previous candle's high, 5-minute chart. The first payout is usually what flips the reality, hustling to get there too. My first funded account last week, yet to get a first payout as I learn more. Hey, Melon Trades, hey, I hope you you get it soon, so keep pushing. I want everybody to win, chat. So I get nothing out of seeing you, not succeed. So my goal, I know PW feels the same way, guys. That's why we take pride and try to add value to the spaces. Nothing makes us feel better, to be honest, than seeing you guys. Hey, I just got a payout. Right, that's awesome. So keep pushing. So you break this high 338. I mean, look at this reaction right off the opening range again. So you do like that kind of momentum there, guys, kind of telling you that the bulls are at least trying to kind of push this thing higher. All right, so there's the break of the previous candle's high. Bulls trying to step in here. Got a nice bottom wick on the current 5-minute candle as well, so that's very encouraging for bulls. That price had enough strength to basically kind of push through. Also tapped to 14 and 200 and was able to basically push through that level. So bulls are fighting here, chat. We know that the last time we had like a reaction off the ORB, we had candle closure, then a reaction off the ORB. We had a pretty crazy pop off the ORB, about 53 points to the upside, right? Which would put us back at like 370, top of the range. So we got 30 seconds left on this current candle. 5-minute chart. D, don't forget lunch. LOL. Let's trade. D, forget lunch. Let's trade. James. Yeah, that won't be happening, sir. You got to get some kind of fuel, man, to keep going. You probably forgot. I skipped. Didn't do dinner last night, guys, because I was waiting for my daughter to get her, and then it turned out to be later than expected, and all that, and so I definitely got to get some fuel. You gotta stay fresh, man. You gotta have a recharge. But you're just kind of watching now to see how price reacts at this level. So far, it's a lower high. Kind of rolling back over, so. Needs to get back above previous candle's high, chat. 346 for bulls to kind of try to reclaim authority at the moment, right? And then targeting obviously 380 or higher would be the thought process. Because if they can't do that, then this is basically like a lower high kind of setup, right? You had a high, lower high, third lower high, and then all of a sudden we're back inside of the range, 15-minute range, below 317.50. Wait, we break that EMA. It's going downtown, Julie Brown. TKW, yeah. It could. I mean, it's right now. I mean, you got 3 minutes left. I mean, that's quite a bit of time to kind of try to get through it, but so if you haven't already, guys, do me a solid, hit the like button. Looks like we're sitting at 2,200 likes. We got, at the moment, we still got 3,500 people tuned into the show. Almost 3,600. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, you know what to do. And yeah, I mean, it's just a time to kind of wait and see how this plays out, right? You break previous highs, you're looking for more upside. You break down below the ORB, then you could be looking for downside, right? More lower lows. So because you build out this little double bottom. This is basically a double bottom here, guys, that was built out on the 5-minute chart. So you do see the double bottom that was built out. So if this is gonna go, there should be no reason for us to get back down here to like that 290 area. Can't predict this market. Yeah, you just gotta trade what's actively in front of you, right? So got about 40 seconds left on the current candle, guys. 5-minute chart. 30-minute candle is bullish. It's going to close in about 40 seconds, obviously, as well. All right, so candle closed out, was not able to retake the previous candle's high. Lower high was put in, but no higher, no previous candle's high overtaken, right? So 15-minute candle though was bullish, guys, closed bullish. So far, pullback. So this could be looking like a lower high scenario, guys, at the moment so far. But you're right at the ORB, so we know that this could be an area where they bounce it. So it's kind of like a tricky spot where you're better off just kind of sitting back and waiting for price to pick a direction, because you might get some seesaw action back and forth. So not much to write home about right now, guys. Right? Got to let it kind of figure out what direction they want to take it now. Do they flush it back below the ORB, or do they push this thing to the upside? So it looks like it's attempting to flush lower, but as soon as it does that, it just has a reaction back. So not much to do here, guys. I think it's a good time to call it for lunch here, guys. So I'm gonna go to lunch. I'm gonna call it 12:32, and I'll be back at 2 o'clock. Don't you fear. I think I'm gonna hit some Raising Cane's here. So And we'll see what this afternoon brings, guys. Hopefully it'll be eventful and not Chop City. But who knows? As prices basically ping pongs back and forth between these levels. So we'll be back, guys. 2 o'clock. Don't you worry. I'm going to call it here, and I'll be back. On the way out, guys, do me a solid. Hit the like button. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, you know what to do. We're just out here trying to make a little money. So I'll be back. I'm gone.